Now from Colorado's capital city, welcome to Denver. This is Empower Field at Mile High. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And him up and down, just shy of the 40. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. They're going to work this down inside the 45. He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's in! Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Broncos. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Texans nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Carry for Joe Mixon. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Nick Bonito there for the tackle.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. 20-yard pickup there. First down for Houston.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Room to run inside the 40. Wanarani brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big-time run by Mixon. 35 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And the Texans are going to be set up 1st and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And
he's in. Go Mixon. Touchdown, Houston.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. From the gun, throw here for Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 3rd and 9 to begin. From the gun, Josh Allen. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
On fourth down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. A fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A gain of 10 yards.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 8. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one, deep downfield for Chase.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They will work the middle with Mixon. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Jackson now on second down. He'll step up and run, and he will score! Lamar Jackson, touchdown Texans. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return, here's Mims. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Allen. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing on second down. It's Allen. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands...
And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll give this to Mixon, running right. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now it's Jackson. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Jackson now. To the left side, into the hands of Collins.
Complete to Nico Collins. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That is Myles Garrett getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
12.
So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
Will Lutz.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Texans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The Georgia Bulldogs. Here's Nick Chubb. She'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Myles Garrett able to bring him down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 6. Now, Jackson. That's complete. It's JSN. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On the option, they give it to Mixon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's so easy for us up here in the booth, Mike, to say, hey, that's the wrong read. He's got to pull that and take it to the outside. But I promise you, it happens so fast. And these defensive players have gotten so good at giving false indicators. Sometimes it's hard for the quarterback to know, should I give it or should I pull it?
With the jig left side, he's got it. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Mixon. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down for Houston.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Again, it'll be Mixon. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on fourth down.
Interesting decision. A field goal makes it a two-score game. They're going to keep that. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on fourth and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. The motion man is Nacua. They go play action now. Here's Allen. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The Broncos
23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Denver first down. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here is Allen. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
By Jeffrey
Jeffrey Simmons getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Nice job bouncing back there on second down. First down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in second and short. But now they can gain some of that back with that sack and brings up third and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Broncos.
A gain of 10 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's first and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back.
He's got his big tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown.
Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Makes the score Texans 21, Broncos 14.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field and try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. The gun, here's a give to Mixon, and they'll be set up now, up past the 40 with that one. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Jackson. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And they will finally run him down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Texans first down. A gain of 36 yards. And the Texans first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. And third and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. From the 21, here's second and 9. Back to throw, Jackson. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
They'll drop to throw. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because the quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's another.
How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
That is brought in downfield by Sutton. That's 19 yards for the 2nd straight play. They are rolling. Another first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So it's a win for the visiting Texans. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. And in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Denver, good night, everybody.
Kickoff moments away here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, a pair of NFC foes squaring off. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Will Reichert has it all teed up. Monday Night Primetime is underway. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Lamar now from the gun. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Brought down by the ball hawk. He was an all-pro last season, Brock. Xavier McKinney.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They kick the running back in motion. Jackson now on 3rd. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Spins out of one side. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. They're on him as he gets it up to the 47. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He completes it in traffic. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's caught. He's got Lamb. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30. You're right at the 31. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
He's got it in the red zone. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
And he sails that one over the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 3rd and goal. Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up.
And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Running with Walker again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's Lamar on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. That's good for a couple of yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darren Stingley Jr. And the Vikings get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Now Allen off the play action. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing now on first down. Allen able to find Hawkinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play action now. Allen. Same guy. Here's Hawkinson again. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And the Vikings
All set now. 1st and 10. And Allen will hold on to this. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thinking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Walker on first down. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Walker. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Harrison Smith in on the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Caught, Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, here's Lamar. Finds Kupp once more. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the pistol, give here to Walker. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be second down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Here's Lamar. Here's a screen out for Walker. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with first and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They've got 3 tight ends on this first and goal, thinking run or play action. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. When he gets in, touchdown! The Seahawks make it a 1-score game before halftime. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown! They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, Isaiah Rodgers. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Vikings with the football here late in the half. They're up by 7. Let's see if they choose to rest on that and just go into the locker room. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Allen now on first down. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Final throw before the break. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. On the return, here's Miles Price. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense headed out to start this third quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Allen on the play action. Has it downfield working the left. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10. Here's Allen. He's got it again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down from the 42. They're giving it to Jones on the option. And this This run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Completed over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And there's another one. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Seahawks 7.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with a walker run. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Lamar now from the gun. He takes it himself.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets up the first.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
On 1st down, Jackson. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Jackson throwing here. Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. They're going to run the option on the short side. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Running for it, it's Walker. And he takes this one in for a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks now within 1 score in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Price. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. The left side brought in by Hawkinson. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This is a designed run for Allen. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So 1st down from the 41. It's Jones on the toss. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
First and 10. Here's Jones. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Shoves him off. Finds the in route, complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Now Seattle going to call its second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game.
First down, Vikings.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
From the 24 once again, it's second and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So now it's going to be third and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
He's back to throw. Running a screen now for Jones. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Minnesota.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Setting him on the dime. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
So many offenses will script Kate the first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue to push for the goal line.
Second down carry for Jones. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Reichert on for the point after.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings double their lead to 14.
Seahawks 14.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And this is brought to a stop up there. A great shot here at US Bank Stadium, located in downtown Minneapolis. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry renewed. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. On the return, Isaiah Rodgers. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
Allen setting up play action. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's brought down at the line.
1-yard gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he gets it past the 50 and down the Packers side of the field. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down throw for Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw now, Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Allen on 3rd and 2. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Allen now on 1st down. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. Josh Allen, the touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and they found the end zone as a result.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Love going to air this out to start. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And it's going to be 2nd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 26. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Throwing his love on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Wheeler to send it flying for the Packers. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He'll start from the 39. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Now Allen off the play action. That's complete. Naku on the left side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Packers' 17-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now he'll give up the middle to Jones. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Pickup of 2 here. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Jones. Bounces this outside. Winds up with a nice chunk of yards there as a result. It's 2nd and 10.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Staying on the ground with Jones. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every whole home run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Now Allen going to the air. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. And that sack brings the offense to fourth down.
10 yards.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on fourth down. Will Reichert headed out. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Reichert connects there. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Will Reichert.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25. Packers taking the field now. Their second series of the game coming up. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Play action. Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Running on first here with Jacobs. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call out a gain of 7. Nicely done.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. Love out of the shotgun. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. Trying to float that one in, and the defender's there for the interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Looking from the gun, it's Allen. Catch made over the middle. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Now Allen. Gets him on the end route. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
Gain of 8.
Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 32. Straight ahead they go with Jones. Has some daylight through the 40. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
2nd and 10 at the
Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He isn't holding up. They're able to first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. Reichert connects there. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Packers offense headed out late in the half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out comes Green Bay. They have the first series of this 2nd half. They trail 13-0 here as they go in search of their opening score. First call here coming from the shotgun. Love now off the play action. It's cut right side by Watson. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Now Love on the play fake. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Shoots away from one. Has a hole left, room to run. The 40. Hits the 20. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead.
Packers nothing.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away.
For the Vikings.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And come on 3 and out, Brock. They really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Pass it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Vikings now set to take the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter.